Hello, my friends all over the world. Happy Easter. Today is Easter Day. It's a very special holiday for billions of people around the world, right? So, happy Easter. And in celebration of that special holiday, I'm doing this video to share with you one thing. One thing is very important that you need to listen to, learn about it, and build it to be a part of your life, and that is called growth mindset. Okay, so this concept is not new anymore. It's been a research done by Carol back in the 70s, some 1970s, when she spent 30 something years to research about that growth mindset. And in 2006 she published her book, The Growth Mindset. Is a beautiful one. You should buy one and read it for yourself. All right. So, but the question I want to ask you is this: if you look around you, this concept is not new, and there's been a lot of people talk about that one. So why not a lot of people can have that habit, can build that mindset? You look around your life, okay? You look at your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, a lot of them, and you try to evaluate, are they having the growth mindset? Not a lot. So what's wrong? Okay, and today I'm going to share with you, the principle that we can apply to grow the growth mindset using the stories of the people I got a chance to, interact in my life. So let's start first who I am. My name is Ha. I was born in 1982 in a small town named Da Nang in the middle of Vietnam, a small country lies in Southeast Asia. Okay, in 2001, I moved to the state as an international student. Zero English, very limited English. Okay, and I lived first in California, so in the Bay Area. I like the area, I like the environment, I like the school, I like the system, everything. I didn't like the community that I lived in. This community of a lot of Vietnamese, so this language spoken was Vietnamese, and I like to learn English, right? So I studied there, but I couldn't have a chance to explore America. I couldn't have a chance to expand my network, relationship, and friends and stuff like that. So I decided one day it needs to stop. So I moved. I moved to another city. It's a beautiful city in Seattle. Okay, that's the beauty of the unknown. That's the first lesson you need to embrace if you want to build a growth mindset. Okay, go somewhere that you don't know. You could never heard of Seattle before, never knew anyone up there that, at my age of friends or anything like that, had no experience. So just moved there. Okay, and then I met my wife, and it's a second lesson for growth mindset. So my wife is Chinese Vietnamese, and in her culture, back then, now I don't know, but back then, a Chinese woman can only marry to a Chinese gentleman. So she cannot marry to me. I'm Vietnamese, all right? And in that unknown, we spoke to one another. We said, okay, it's our life. Let's evaluate the situation. Let's give it a try. Let's explore the challenge together. Let's learn how to embrace it. Let's learn how to overcome those challenges. Let's build on something that people don't believe that we could. And we married in 2005. We've been together for 20 years by now. I have 3 beautiful children, and that is a prime example of, believing in our hearts, in our head, and believe that we can. Number 3, the lesson is there are a lot of naysayers in your life. A lot. Okay? People who love you, but they don't know your dreams. They don't know your strength. They don't know what you wish for in life. They don't know how they can be part of that big dreams that you are having. So the best they could do is to tell what they think about your plan, your goals, your ambitions, the things you would want to do. Okay? And what is that? Okay, it's hard, it's impossible, it's not possible. Don't do it. Stop. You're wasting your time. There's a lot of things that they say no, 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 no to. All right? And including that works also. Okay, so I'll share with you another story. So 11 years ago, I was a business leader at a company called Adeco. So we are the world #1 human resource provider. And we just built the business for Vietnam market. So I was among the first people in the leadership team. All right. And I wanted to do something different because the traditional staffing business was like, we staff the people of our clients. I want to move to a different level, into the level that we control the outcomes, so fully into the outsourcing. And none of the countries in the regions been doing that. So my boss, my regional boss, the local team, no people believe that we could do it. Okay? And in that unknown, and in that area of a lot of people say, no, 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 don't do that, don't pursue that. We built and implemented a project for Procter & Gamble, and it's becoming one of the most successful projects for the country of Vietnam, become a case studies for many, many other countries on how we can collaborate with our clients to learn more about their operations, to learn how we can optimize their operation with them, and then how to utilize the resource in a different way. So it put a lot of thinking into the process, a lot of time invest onto the process for overcoming challenges that of what we know and what we don't know, and how we're gonna build a bridge to close that gap. And along the way, there's a lot of police, your boss, your colleagues, your friends, the clients sometimes even don't believe into that the possibility of having that done until we got it done. All right. So people can say no, but your job is to examine the area of learning and growing from there. So try to go further. Okay, try to learn further. Try to explore newness. Okay, to see what is possible. Okay. Along the way, try to explore your hidden talents. And that is very important. I'll share with you a story between me and my wife then. Okay. So in 2012, we decided to leave America to explore newness again. So we went back to a country that we both left for a long time, to go back to Vietnam. We knew nothing about the country because it's been a long time we didn't come back, right? And we moved to Ho Chi Minh City, so the city that I'd never been living before. So know nothing about here, no people around here. And we knew nothing about the industry also, so I didn't know human resources back then. But what's the point? If you have the skill, if you believe in yourself, that's growth mindset, right? And if the opportunities arise and you can capitalize the opportunities, then you can make that your stories, okay? So we moved back anyway. And then my wife, she worked for a German company, technical part of the business, and she's becoming a specialist in chemical service, chemical industry. But inside of her, she wanted to be more. She wanted to add more service to the clients. She wanted to add more values to the operations of the companies, to the industries. And so we encourage her to, why don't you move out of the expertise as the technical expertise, move on to a different field. So she moved on to the marketing, and then when she was successful as a marketer, then another desire to be better grew inside of her. Now she saw the client's needs. She saw the capability of the business that can help to improve that level of needs to the next level. And I told her, why don't you move to the commercial role? Move to the commercial role, you'll be able to engage with the customer more. Your voice will be able to, to connect between the business and the operations and the clients. So it becomes more value added to the operations. And it took her a while, to absorb that information until one day she made that move. And not only now she managed in Vietnam market, but many other countries also. So there's always hidden talent inside of you to explore. And you know what? Along the way of our growth, we do a lot of great things together. We went to countries to explore countries together. We met different people together. And along the way, we also wrote many books together. So you never know, what is the truly talent that you have inside of you until you explore it, until you play with it, until you learn from it. You learn from yourself, okay? Number 5 is another one. It's very important. All right, and that is explore a little bit more. Because not a lot of people will do that. So having that curiosity and stay curious a little longer is very important. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people will watch a movie or many movies, and at the end of that, they talked about it a little bit, a day or two, and after that, it's all gone. Okay? They might watch YouTube on how to do this, how to do that. They got excited. They went on TED Talks and learned from experts around the world on how to do this, to do that, to get better at here and there. But not a lot of them will stay curious a little longer on how to get better, how to implement it, how to do it. Okay, so the action is not moving much. Okay? But if you want to be different, you have to move that needle further. You watch the movie and search for that movie. Who's the director? Where did they shoot the scenes? Okay? What's the budget? What message? What's beauty in that movie that you might miss? So look at opinions from the people around the world. All right? You watch the TED Talk, you can come up with something that you and your friends, your colleagues, whoever, your children, even your children, invite them on to participate into a project so that all of you can practice something that you look, you read, you watch, you listen to, you hear, right? Not a lot of people do that. They will just stop after they listen to a beautiful podcast. They would just stop. After reading a book, they would just stop and move into another thing. So you have a lot at hands, a lot of readings, a lot of watching, a lot of learning, but the implementation, the doing, the cooking up those information to make it a sweet bottle of knowledge for you, it's not happening. And that's why they have the journey to their growth mindset is stuck right there. It's not going to the next level. Okay. Next is about the witness. Okay, and this one is, I really encourage you to have a different look as your witness, because when you go to work, your colleagues, your boss, right? They will tell you, or your consultant out there's a lot of people who say, okay, focus on your strengths, maximize your strengths, okay, and leverage it, make it the best weapon you have. And ignore your weakness, because the investment that you make on your strengths will be a lot more benefit in comparison to the time that you focus on improvement of your weaknesses. But here's the thing, it's not working that way. Okay, growth means that you grow your strength, and at the same time you grow your ability to control your weakness. So it means that your weakness also going down. So less weakness, more growth. All right, and that is very important, and that is a learning process. I'll take my situation as an example in here. Clean up is not something that I'm good at. I'm good at cleaning up and organize my works, my desk and stuff like that, but at home it's not. Okay, and so my wife and I, we always had that arguments back then. Oh, why didn't you put your shoe into the right place? Why didn't you clean the house and stuff? Because we had maids at home, we had drivers at home and stuff like that. And it's easy to give that task to them and focus on something else that I could do. I could, spend more time with reading, with writing, with enjoying things here and there, right? So investment, that's called returns on investment is better. But until one day, I decided to, okay, if that is the area that that I'm not good at? Why not, you know, embody that growth mindset and try to learn how to get better at that? And I tell you, now when I go home, I look at the things that is not organized at home. I'll clean it up. Okay, I'll put things in order, and the house got a lot more organized in the way that I want it to be organized. Okay, before it's organized in the way that other people want it to be organized. Our mates organize in their way, that inconvenience for them to do the work at home, but that's not the way that I like to see things. Okay, so now I'm happier because of that. That is just one example of what we could do to improve our witnesses. Okay, so there's many other witnesses that you could do, you could improve upon also. So when I first doing the video on YouTube, for each video I have to make about 10 different videos and select here and there, select here and there, until now I've been speaking to you about 17 minutes already without stopping. All right, so that is the areas of improvement. I wasn't good at recording my old talks in front of the camera, and I can do it a lot better. So that is the areas of witness that got improved. All right, so that's another one that is important. Okay, the next one is important for you to embrace, to talk to different set of people, diverse group of people at different age, different genders, different backgrounds, different interests, okay, different opinions about the world. And I'll tell you, it's going to be so beautiful for you if you can have conversation with different minds like that, because they will fill your words with theirs. They will fill up your knowledge with the knowledge that they've been accumulating over years. They give you different opinions for you to look at what you are doing. They give you their own ideas for you to see, okay, how can you make your ideas and mix with their ideas and make better ones. All right, and having beautiful conversation with different people in different stage of life is so beautiful. Okay, and that's how my wife and I was able to travel the world, talk to about 800 people and they were expert in their field. These are the people that we just knew during the pandemic. A world-class author, world-class leaders, world-class public speaker, international travel, and giving speech at the events, right? So they are really, really good at what they do. So talk to them. And amazingly, I tell you, it's so amazing that these people are not as hard to get in connect with. If you know how to, and you want to learn how to, I can teach you how to connect to amazing people. You can go to our other videos and you see every week we interview people, we share their stories with you. These are amazing people. Talk to them, learn from them. Okay, and a lot of time learn from the young people, your children, your niece, your nephews and stuff. They have so many stories that amazingly that can help us to expand our thinking. So talk to different people. Okay, next one is really hard to do, but you need to also doing that in order for you to really having a growth mindset, is being able to see the good in every situation. And I'm good at that. My wife is not good at that, and she always tell me that, okay, how can she learn from me to see the good in every situation? Our design, our genetics, our brains are wired to see the bad things first. Okay, a beautiful piece of white paper with several dots of color in there, black color in there. So our eyes, we always see the black colors in there, but we don't see the white area, the white piece of paper that we can still use for different things. All right, so if you want to see the good in the bad, how? Here's the thing, that's life. There's a lot of things that you could not control. You could not control how people behave, okay? You could not control how the weather is going to be. You could not control how your boss is going to make a decision, okay? You could not control if your clients will go with you, would go with your service, would quit your service, would continue expand, the relationship with you, right? But you could choose how you're gonna react to it, how you're gonna look at the person, from the incident, the bad things that happened today, or the bad things that happened between you and them over the years, and be able to see, well, maybe he's good at this area that I'm not good at. Okay, maybe he's dressed a lot better. She's really good at communicating with other people. That's the area that I admire her. Okay, so find something in the situation, even the worst situation. Try to find something that positively, and think about it. Why is it positive? Teach yourself to see the positive, the beauty in the ugly. All right, and your life will be completely different. Next one is a very important one, is offer service, do volunteer. And you see amazing people who always offer services so that they can grow more, they can connect more, they can learn more, and they can be part of something bigger. I talked to the Jeffrey Ho, so he's the director at the Harvard Medical School, and he said that when he heard about the term growth mindset, he connected with Carol and he said, okay, could he be volunteer to support her in her project? And in return, he wanted her to help him to know more about the area that she was participating and researching. He wanted to use it as a way for him to coach and become a better coach. He's already a world-class coach, but he wanted to become better. And the way for him to become better is for him to offer free service, volunteer his time for something. He could have hired somebody to help him with, to grow him in area of coaching, but he could also volunteer for an expert like Carol Gregg. Okay, so in your life, if you would want to grow, so offer services to others. Offer your time, your energy, your ideas, okay, your support, and be part of a great team that they grow, then you can learn and grow together with them. Okay, so volunteer more, volunteer often. I already mentioned that grow with others, because on your path of growing and building your growth mindset, if you grow alone, okay, you can grow into a certain area, certain level. But if you can grow with other people, so invite them onto something positive, something good, something nice, something that exciting, that you and they could learn and could grow together. A lot of people will not go with you in that journey, and it's okay. Keep doing that, because by doing so, you will become a person that demonstrates for people your values, and you will attract the similar type of people who wants to make change in the world, who wants to really be a good example of that in the world, and they will join you in that journey. And look at your world, it will be totally different when you have so many of that multipliers joining together with you. You will become a lot bigger, better person. Okay, the last thing I want to share, and this one is really, really strange to a lot of people, but I like it. I am the one who living under this principle, which is changing your expertise every once in a while. All right, so changing your expertise means what? If you're a salesperson, change to become a marketing. Okay, so that is changing your expertise, but it's still, if you're still in the same industry, then you're gonna be still not really go make a big leap of change. Okay, go to a different industry. If you're a salesperson in IT, go to sales service in logistics, in human resources. Go to become another industry expert, and it makes you to learn more, it makes you to figure out more, it makes you to think more, and makes your mind and your heart to to continue expanding your knowledge so that you can fit into that industry, so that you can become an expert in that area. Okay, so I hope those tips will help you to have a practical way of doing something differently, so that you can build your growth mindset. And this is very important, and I hope that you will like this movie, share it with people around you, so that we can build a world a better place with a lot of growth mindset people like you, like me, like us. Bye bye.